Hello, hockey fans. My name is David. Thought I would start this video at 6:33 on the morning of Friday, 30th of December, 2022, North American Eastern Time. What I would do is mention an interesting theme in a video put out by the Hockey Guy YouTube man, having to do with a claim having that about the playoff chances of the Canucks, equating to the so-called Schrödinger's cat theory. I had never heard of that theory before the mention by that BC Lower Mainland-based hockey YouTuber. So yes, it's a very interesting theory, but the bottom line is, I just think that, well, it it can be hard for others to understand because of, particularly because of this. I'd lived over 40 years without ever having known about so-called Schrodinger's cat theory. But again, in simple English, say that the Canucks of the NHL have been wildly inconsistent, and I'm going to look at the standings just to see where all the Canadian NHL teams are. Just gonna do where oops. Where is it? So this is gonna go, and where do I go here? So what I would do is just pull up the latest NHL standings and see where the various teams are. I'm gonna go to the wild card ones. As you can see here, the Leafs are. I'm just going to put the lighting on because it doesn't seem to be working very well. Alright, maybe what I'll do is just put the light on because it's quite dark. I do apologize. It is dark where I am. It's Toronto. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just put the light on. Ah, that's so much better. So let's see where the Canadian teams are. Oops. The Leafs have 50 points over 36 games. 5 up on the Lightning. Lightning are catching up in terms of games played. But when it comes to the Detroit Red Wings, 37, so that's still 13 points up and 2 less games played. So looks like if there's going to be a Canadian team that makes it in the Stanley Cup playoffs from the East, it'll be the Leafs and no other team. In the West, there is some, things have gotten a little bit better. But look at the Jets, having beaten the Canucks to go up to 45 points after 36 games. The Flames have, after 37 games played, 41 points. Although have played 4 more games than the Kraken. The Kraken squad that has 40, and 1 more than an Oilers squad that has the same number of points as the Kraken. The Canucks have 35 points over 35 games, and I look at in the Western Conference wildcard race, Canucks are 5th. Only the top 2 will make it in. So the Preds have 2 fewer points, but have played 2 fewer games. Coyotes have played one less game, but after beating the Leafs have 31 points over 34 games. Sharks have 29 after 37. The Ducks 24 after 36, and the Hawks 20 after 34. So basically, I mean, yes, the Sharks conceivably could catch the Canucks, but I'd be pretty concerned if I were a Canucks fan of dropping as low as 7th in the Western Conference wildcard race. I mean, the Coyotes have found ways to win. To beat another team, having a surprisingly good record at home. 7-3-2-0 with respect to wins and regulation, overtime, and shootout losses. The problem is that, for Canucks fans, that their favorite team started off the regular season with a 0-5-2-0 record. Very, very poor play, blown leads, you name it. The Canucks blew a lead as well. Their game against the Jets, the Canucks, well, they blew a lead, all right. Whether you believe that Colin Delia, assigned by Coach Boudreau to start that game against the Jets, played well or not too well, at this point, the Canucks put up a goal very early in the first period. I mean, it's good for a team to score early and often. The problem with the Canucks is that they forgot the often part, and that cost them dearly. Second period, they allowed 3 unanswered goals, and they didn't score until, was it the third period? Yeah, let me just go to that game. I'm just going to go Canucks. So against the Jets. So we're just going to go to, on the Google search, we look at the Canucks, and Kuzmenko got a goal and an assist. Connor Garland scored the second goal of that game. Quinn Hughes and Elias Peterson, last roster member, Petty for short, nicknamed Petty for short, got points. But yes. So what I thought I would do is just go give a brief recap of the goals from the official NHL website. So that's pretty much anyone needs to know. Not even a minute into the first period. Where's that there? Oh yeah, it's like 41 seconds in the first. And then in the second period they have 3 goals. 2 of them are Scheifele of the Jets. And then we go to the third period. Garland well into it. I believe it's, what's it? There. The 13-11 mark, assisted by Quinn Hughes, and Andrei Kuzmenko. And then Scheifele from Lowry leaves out with an empty netter after Boudreau had pulled Delia to try to generate some offense. Even if the empty netter hadn't gone in, it was a case of, well, too little, too late. Just like it was in the game that the Latvian under-20 men's team played against its Finnish counterpart. It was a 2-0 score for the Finns, and then it was, well, It was too late. Pulled the goalie, tried to generate some offense, and it backfired. And it's going to go with the World Juniors here. These Latvia and its Slovak counterpart will be taking to the ice starting late on the morning of this Friday morning Eastern time to decide which team, or decide at least to determine if the Latvian team has a chance to avoid having to play in the relegation round. I don't like Latvia's chances, but you never know. It's not like Slovakia has been dominant. But again, on that note, I'll say that I do refer to a bit in an earlier video about the Leafs, loss by a country mile to the Coyotes. 3 goals. Yes, 2 of them were empty netters, but it was a disaster of a third period rather than a disaster of a second period. Propose things as soon as possible, and I'm going to say on that count. Just before I go, just to recap that Canada's World Junior team, number 20 men's one, has one more game in the round robin tournament, and that is against its Swedish counterpart. Yeah, both teams are going to be seeing quarterfinal action. The question is going to be against which team in Group B. And let's see what happens if Canada even has a chance of getting a medal. That'll be determined in a quarterfinal matchup with an opponent to be determined and location to be determined. And on that note, I am going to say, go Canada, go, and go Leafs, go.